What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer of the O.C.G, and hopefully I'm live with Wuchang, Fallen Feathers. Hey, hey, hey! I just really like this game, and I was just talking to Dustin about it. I'm probably going to make a video about this game. Because this game had a roller coaster story. Yeah, but see, that's just great, though, man. It's technically speaking, it's a new studio, but it's the same team. They got removed due to some bullshit controversy. It was totally fucking overblown. Like I said, this game is set during the height of the Chinese Ming Dynasty. In an alternate history where a plague, demons and shit invades the land. So it's like alternate history. And then and so they use different versions of historical figures. And some people in the fucking Chinese government, because I guess why not, it's China, got fucking upset that they have you killing historical figures in this game. Even though the game makes it very clear this is not actual history. So what if? And so they wound up releasing a patch to censor the game and make it so that after you kill these bosses, they weren't dead. And despite that happening, somehow that wasn't enough. And the director, shortly after the censorship patch, stepped down. And so he didn't say it was because of censorship, but what else? What other reason would he step down when the game was planned to be a series? And then the studio was shut down because they wanted to turn them into a mobile game studio. So the studio that did this is a Chinese studio called Lindsay. And they had previously done mostly mobile games. This was their first proper major console game. And it did very well financially. It sold over 1 million copies in the first week, which for a Chinese game on a smaller budget is actually really, really fucking good. And then I think it sold over 5 million copies. Which once again, this game was made on a modest budget by a Chinese mobile studio, so those were huge numbers. And this game wasn't even like a full price game. This was like $30 to $40, I believe. And then if you can pay an extra $10 for the deluxe edition, but even then you're only paying $50 max for this game. And I played this close to launch because I play a lot of these Souls-likes, and I really liked it. And it's a little bit rough around the edges, but it's very unique. From a studio that did fucking cheap mobile games, it's shows a lot of promise. And I would say it's one of the better Souls-likes I've played. And like I said, once again, coming from his first-time game studio that's never made a console game, that's an accomplishment. And the atmosphere in this game is fucking immaculate. And like I said, it's designed to be a sequel. It was always designed to be the start of a series. So I was really upset when the director stepped down and then they shut down the studio. And then the American publisher stepped in because they like, dude, this game made a lot of money. We don't care if the Chinese government has a problem. We're making money off this game. We're not just going to let it sit. So they bought the rights back. And then I'm like, well, that's great that they bought the rights back, but I'm just like, it's not the same as the original studio. So when they announced that they got back most of the original team under a new name, but it's most of the original dudes and the original director to do a sequel, I'm like, oh, that's the best case scenario. Plus, you know, it's not just I'm excited for the sequel. I'm also, any fuck you to the Chinese government is a win for the rest of the world, as far as I'm concerned. And even if it wasn't the Chinese government, you know me, I am vehemently anti-censorship. So, okay, hold on. I gotta do my O.C.G ritual real quick. God damn it, everything I'm about to say next is subject to the start of the prayer and everything I've already said is, I don't look at the camera, it's not a lack of faith in you. I gotta do my ritual real quick. God damn it, by what you mean, God damn it, only God damn it, I could have sing for anyone else, just God damn it, Jesus, please listen to my words and intentions, not without do 4 favors real quick. 1, please forgive me for doing this in the deals. Drink, please do this in the deals. Make it safe. Drink any of the parts of it consumed around him. And 2, please do the short from the source. Turn out 3, please do 4, please do okay. God, forgive me. Do this in the deals and new. Sorry, I'm just checking my drink for flies, making sure it's fine. Maybe I can ask the guy for Jesus. Hold on. I'm vehemently anti-censorship. My only hope is that they go back. They go back and remove the changes they made. And it really pisses me off that the Chinese government is that fucking censorship heavy. Like, maybe I can understand modern politics, but what does the Chinese government care about the fucking Ming Dynasty? It's like over 1,000 years ago. Also, another thing. People got mad at this game for having skimpy outfits, even though the game never requires you to wear them. Which also pissed me off, because people are trying to boycott the game. And it's like, dude, if the game gives you a choice of outfits, and you choose to wear the skimpy one, that's on you. Like, do I have it already? No, you have to go to the item box. There's some skimpy outfits in the game, but like I said, you have to choose to use them. So, like, it's a non-issue. If you don't like the skimpy outfits, don't fucking wear them. You know what I mean? Like, maybe if it was like, if it was something you're forced to wear, I could see it, but even then I would tell you just don't play the game. But in a game where you literally can choose to wear whatever, it upsets me. Because, I mean, you can literally wear full fucking Ming Dynasty plate armor, man. If you're like, well, this is unrealistic. I hate bikini armor. You can just wear a full set of plate mail.
You're awake at last.
You know me.
This game has a lot of really interesting shit going on in it, too. A lot of really unique ideas.
On you in a brooklet some days past, you lay passed out due to the feathering. I moved you to the cave to recuperate.
The feathering.
I see. No, you're not. A man-eating fiend attacked Worship's Rise 6 moons ago, spreading unthinkable horrors, after which many bore feathers on their bodies. A malady unlike any other, without hope of a cure. I found this silk manuscript on your person. Here, take it.
Hey, know me. I play a lot of these games, dude. A lot of Souls-likes. Like, you play some, but I play a lot, and I'm telling you, out of all of them, this is one of the best ones I played. So, like I said, from a studio that predominantly did fucking... predominantly did mobile games. That's saying something.
Should you have other concerns, pray, speak then. My Taoist name is Xuanyang, sir. I came here to help, to treat the feathering outbreak in worship. Should you have other concerns, this is the Rebbe's temple. Thanks to, should you have other concerns, you are the afflicted most victim.
Yeah, I've already seen this.
For now, it is.
And it has, like, a really interesting mechanics. Like I said, every time you die, you increase your feathering meter, your demon meter a little bit. And the feathers on her arm gets worse, and her eyes start to glow in the dark. You do more damage, but you take more damage. And then, if you don't take care of it, a demon version of you will track you down, and you have to kill it to restore humanity. It's like you're being invaded by yourself. It's a really fucking unique idea. And like I said, it's really cool to see it go from little feather to big on her arm and see her eyes sit there and light up red in the dark.
You're awake. The old tablet you're on, the feather with your scales.
There's some amazing levels in this game, too.
If you find anything that could help.
There are like 5 levels. But when I say levels, I'm talking about, like... They're fucking huge. Each area is, like, several areas. Like, this area right here is the first chapter. This is, like, 10 areas in one. And I have the season pass for this. I liked it enough that I got the deluxe edition. Which should tell you something, because I normally don't do that. And I only paid like $30 for the game, so I was willing to throw an extra 10 shillings. As you can see, you get quite a lot. I think they actually added this. I don't remember this last time I played. Looks really cool. But I'm gonna use the default for right now.
Most people have to be
carried out of the Reverend Temple. You, though, you get to walk out on your own. Xuanyang, some of the worship's rise folk came here. Flee. I am Tao Ting. Oh, but don't worry. This plate, some thieves from Annalum stole my family's heirloom. An ancient landscape painting. Get it back for me, and I'll make it worth it. You can find once you've retrieved the painting.
And there's huge optional areas. But what I'm saying is, and what I love about this game is, like I told you before, a lot of people try to copy the gameplay fundamentals of FromSoft, but they don't realize how important the atmosphere is. Where, like, Bloodborne, people try to copy. I've seen a lot of games try to copy Bloodborne, and you know, it's cool. The mechanics are cool. The combat's cool, but it's the world building that makes Bloodborne so memorable. It wouldn't be nearly as beloved if it didn't have the amazing gothic setting that it did, where arguably Bloodborne is one of the best Victorian settings in any game ever. So, like, so many Souls-likes try to copy the strict mechanical aspects, not understanding the atmosphere and the memorable characters are half the reason why people love the games. Like, if you didn't have fucking Solaire, you wouldn't love Dark Souls nearly as much. You know what I mean? Even in fucking Elden Ring, man, the warrior jar.
First, lucky for your simping utter.
I saw the feathers. I've been hurt the proof you're still kicking.
This game has a really memorable atmosphere.
Well, look who's back.
This is an optional boss fight that you're meant to lose,
Don't believe me, eh? How about I introduce
but it's one of the ones you can win, and you get like 5 free level ups if you beat this boss.
You know how it goes. No sweet dreams without crushing a few nightmares first.
I got pretty good at beating this boss on my first try, but I guess we're gonna see if I'm rusty or not.
By you. The belt pinwheel.
Also, we were just talking about how there are no more hot chicks in video games. Ah, fuck. Yeah. Oh well. I'm a little bit rusty. No biggie. It's not like a major thing. But I appreciate them for actually having a hot chick in this game. Ah, shit, I'm so rusty. No, I do not. Although, one of these days I might get it. It's one of those games where it's really easy to fuck it up and miss out on something and then have to replay the game. You really need to be going hand in hand with a guide on this game. The level up system in this game is also really cool. You use a skill tree where you actually learn new moves that change how you fight with the weapons. And I will always prefer that to simple stat increases. Like, I mean, stat increases is fine, but I like it when you unlock new abilities.
Hello, lady. Hello. Did you come? He's so. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Like, I mean, like I said, stat increases are fine, but I will always be more excited about unlocking new combos or new abilities and shit like that. Like new stuff that I can use.
I scouted the shoes. See the lights? You will need to find if you encounter. Oh, and this bamboo, the firefly. I've tested it since we got the refugees. Said I will try. I'll leave marks. I will try. I'll leave marks. Monster! How can this?
Oh shit, that's right, hold on. I missed outfit. 1 second, I go. At least I think I did. The only thing I don't really like about this game is you have to hold a button to sprint, man. Just let me fucking toggle the sprint. Like, I'm so tired of Souls like doing that, or any game do that, man. It just causes an unnecessary button press that's not needed. And in a game like this, that means that, congratulations, you're going to spend 90% of the game holding the sprint fucking button. And if you play a game for many hours, it just gets, you know, old. Never mind the fact that usually sprint button in these games is a dodge button. Which means you have to take your hand off the right analog stick while you're running. Or do the Soul's Claw. Oh yeah, here we go. Or is it after this? I should get the outfit that caused all the issues here in a second. Like, I'll show you the outfit. It actually caused a major controversy. When people started talking about this game, it's literally everything. Like, for example, this is what I mean. Everything you see here is one region. And this is like half of this first area, by the way. So this doesn't even comprise one of the chapters. Is a whole skill tree. Yeah, you want to... Yeah, here we go. With that. Yeah, but you should see, now you're going to see the actual, some of the really cool shit with the ladder. Or not the ladder, fuck. With the combat. Because your weapons, you're designed, basically, the game is designed around you using two different weapon types. And your weapon types are each designed to reinforce each other. So, like, there's 5 weapon types. One-handed swords, two-handed swords, dual swords, axes, spears. And they're all completely different, but each one has skills that invigorate the other. So it's basically designed for you to always have 2 weapons. And you gain charges. And that's how you use special attacks. And you can not only do you use special attacks, but like, you know how like you can charge up an attack in these games and it takes a while? With a stack of your feathering, you can insta-charge it. And even switch weapons and cut out the animation. So if you start a combo with one weapon and you finish it, you get a bonus. And it actually leads to some cool shit. Well, you'll see. When you start out, you only have 1 stack of feathering. It does basically diddly dick. That's why the first upgrade I made is, to get 3 stacks. You also get magic. And then, so you have 1 set of skills that's assigned to your weapon. And then 1 called discipline that you can assign freely. Really? Here we go. See, because I had stacks of feathering, I was able to just launch right into those. And then, like I said, it's designed so you're swapping. Plus, you gain 1 stack whenever you dodge. So the game encourages you to dodge perfectly. And then you can socket shit into your weapons. There's actually quite a few layers, donkey! Layers! Yeah, here we go. I'm about to get the outfit I was talking about, the one that caused all the controversy. Where literally, anytime anyone mentioned this game, this was the only thing they fucking mentioned. They got so fucking old. It's like, I'm playing the game. I'm really liking the game. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm super impressed with, like, the outfit, the world design. Because this is the starting area, dude. The areas get so much cooler. You have no fucking idea. There's some really freaky, cool shit in this. There's an area where it's like the intersection between heaven and earth. So, like, the areas get, like, caught up with disease and blood and plague, and it's, like, all bloody, literally, like, puddles of blood, but the sky is heavenly. So you have, like, this dark, barren swamp that's bloody and, like, plaguey, typical poison swamp, but you have this beautiful, like, Aurora Borealis light show above you, because it's where heaven and earth are intersecting. It's fucking trippy and super fucking cool. So I'm sitting here talking about, like, man, I really like the world in this game. I really like the characters. Yeah. Yeah, you got it, man. I really like the world in this game. I really like the characters. I like the combat, and I'm talking to people about that, and literally everything about this game is just, did you see the skimpy outfit? Did you see, it was an actual controversy. Yeah, this actual weapon is really good. This spear is awesome. And honestly, as I mentioned, well, you're gonna see. Just wait. Because I honestly think the whole thing is overblown. When you see this outfit, it's not even this is super skimpy on the grand scheme of things. Like, I have seen much worse, and it just felt like they got blown so fucking out of proportion, man. Which, I mean, of course, is the internet, so that's what they do, but, you know. This is the outfit. Well, hold on. Gotta do the whole thing. I mean, is this the most modest outfit? No. But I'm saying, man, in, like, the grand scheme of things, like, there are people talking about boycotting the game over this outfit. People talking about boycotting the developer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Literally every conversation about this game was about this fucking outfit, and people were threatening the developers over this. They were sending fucking death threats to the developers over this. Like, it was a major controversy when this game came out. And it was just really frustrating to me, because one, I'm like, you think that's a little bit overblown? Death threats over a fucking bikini. Two, there's so much other stuff this game does right. That people focusing on this one outfit really irked me. It's like not, you know, like hating a game because you just like one character model. What would he fucking do? And three, because it's optional. Like, look on. Oh, here we go. You can literally wear full covering fucking plate armor. You can't see any of her, not even her calves. So, like, literally, it's not like the game forces you to wear skimpy clothing. You can literally go as skimpy or as fully clothed as you want to go. And, you know, people normally say, well, this armor isn't even historically accurate. This is like the fucking prototypical fucking Ming Dynasty armor. So it's like, if you choose to use a skimpy outfit, I don't know what to fucking tell you, man. Yeah, you can wear a silly outfit. See? And actually, if you look at the vast majority of armors, most of them are very modest. So people complain about a couple of armors in this game that weren't modest, when most of them are. Once again, fully clothed. Can't even see your calves. Fully clothed. But, like, seriously, if you saw how upset people got over this, man. Fully clothed. Fully clothed. Like, literally, threatening the developers, boycotts, and all that fucking shit, dude. It was fucking wild. Yeah. Well, man, I think that's the problem. Is, one, humanity has become more and more polarized. That's a problem that's really fucking up humanity, is that we become so polarized. Where it's either the left extreme or the right extreme. And anything, not even just politics, but it's one or the other. And most people back in the day, most people now are moderate in everything. Most people don't feel strongly about anything one way or the other. It's usually extremist fringe that's all the way to the left or all the way to the right on any issue, not just politics. Like, if you have any issue, most people are going to wind up roughly in the middle. It's the outliers that are the extremists, but those are the ones we cater to. For one. And for two, it's all about censorship, because it used to be... There's always been people that were prudes. There's always been people that were puritanical, that didn't want to see skimpy outfits, that didn't want to see this or that, or it's such a bad example. But back in the day, they just used to shut the fuck up and not play it. They didn't play the game, they didn't watch the movie, they didn't read the book, so they would sit there and bitch, oh, this is immodest, and then they just wouldn't read it. And you know what? If somebody came by and they said, I don't like this, because I think this is not modest enough, my faith, nobody would care. The problem is, at a certain point, these game developers, or these people, stop saying, well, I don't like this, so I'm not going to engage. And they started saying, I don't like this, so nobody should be able to engage. That's the thing. It used to be, oh, I don't like this game, because I think it's too skimpy, so I'm not going to play it. And now, I'm trying to figure out the way to put it. It used to be, before, dude, that somebody would see a game, and they would think, oh, this is too skimpy, or this is not to my taste. And they just wouldn't play it. And now, they don't just say, I'm not going to play it. They're going to say, I don't want you to play it either. That's what changed, and that's what's killing the industry. And not just gaming, movies. Because somebody's saying, people stop saying, well, I don't like this, so I'm not going to mess with it. And they started saying, well, I don't like this, so I don't think you should mess with it either. Like, you do you, bro. And that's what I mean. That's where we got fucked up as a society. Because people started trying to, it wasn't just, it was no longer, hey, I don't like this, so I'm not going to fuck with it. And it became, I don't like this, so I don't think you should fuck with it. Where somebody wants to decide what everybody should like. It's just fucking lame. fucking morality police. That's the problem with the left. They don't like hot women in games. Either because the hot women in games makes them feel insecure about themselves because they're fugly and they can't stand somebody being pretty. And I do think that is a large part of the reason, by the way. Women don't like to see women that are more attractive than they are. And it's some... goddamn, please give me between some deals and do. Some guys do it too. But like 90% of the time, it's women. You know, 9 out of 10 guys, they see a dude that's attractive, like ripped, jacked, you know, like Chris Pratt, Arnold Schwarzenegger in his fucking prime, Sylvester, and they're like, man, that guy's super cool. I want to be like him. Women are just like, oh my god, she's prettier than me? Fuck her. So I think part of it is that they can't stand to see someone more attractive than they are. Even though, honestly, I think that's fucking stupid because it's a game, it's not meant to be realistic. Like, if you're basing your standard off a video game character, you're already fucked. I don't see a jack dude in a game and think, oh my god, I don't have the muscles that he does. Where did I go wrong? It's a game. Whatever. Like, I'm not comparing myself to fucking Conan the Barbarian, dog. I would only feel upset with myself if I did that. So part of it is that, and, you know, women have come more and more into games. And that's part of what they brought with them, is they can't stand to see women that are more attractive than they are. And then part of it is they're the morality police. They don't think it's proper. They think it sets a bad example for women. Yada fucking yada. So rather than just saying, I'm not going to do it, they want to tell you what you should watch. What you should do. What you should listen to. Either way, it's fucking stupid and I detest it. If you don't like something, then you don't play it. Don't tell me what I should be fucking playing. That's when we have a problem. And it's like, it's not something that you would ever catch me doing. Oh, yeah, I'll give you a hilarious example. So, Steven Universe. I don't know if you've seen Steven Universe. You may have watched it. Or you may have been a little bit after your time. Either you're too young or too old to really get into it. But it was a Cartoon Network show. And for the most part, I really like Steven Universe. It had a lot of funny stuff in it. But there's a lot of instances in that show where you could tell that the creator, she was non-binary. Her name is Rebecca Sugar. She's very left-leaning. Not that I give a shit. But one of the actors in the show, it turns out she's super Christian. And she liked Charlie Kirk. I don't even like Charlie Kirk. He said a lot of shit I didn't agree with. But whatever. So... they found this out because they were policing what she liked on Twitter. Or X, whatever. She was, they found out she followed Charlie Kirk. And then they saw her liking some Christian posts. And they freaked the fuck out. They were saying, fuck this actress. She should never act in anything again. I can't believe this. You betrayed us. We thought you were a good person and you weren't. How could you like MAGA? How could you be Christian? How could you like Charlie Kirk? And all this... and she didn't even say, I'm Christian, I like Charlie Kirk, whatever. She just liked some fucking tweets. but they were like so fucking dead set that they were basically rifling through her shit, looking through everything she liked, and then saying, "Tut tut, you can't like that. How dare you like something that we don't approve?" And they're like the fucking follower police. And dude, people like that, man, are the fucking worst. I've seen it happen, like, literally, I've had people try to go through my tweets and dig up stuff I liked, and I'm like, okay, if me and you were having a discussion on the interwebs, and your initial reaction is to dig through several of the things that I've said, rather than face what I'm saying in this current moment, then you've already lost. I'm not talking about, like, if you're making a case for somebody's past behavior. I'm saying, if we're having a discussion about something right now, and you can't argue what I'm saying, so you have to dig up something I said before that you think is problematic, you've already lost the conversation. Like, we're talking right now, dog. I didn't bring up shit you said a month ago. You know what I mean? It's like, so you're like, hey, so what is your opinion on this thing that happened yesterday? And then somebody says, well, actually, did you know in 1991 you liked this post? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, like, there are times when somebody's past behavior is relevant. Like, if I said I didn't like Trump, or I like Trump, and I've never liked Trump, and then somebody had a thing of me saying I like Trump, then that would be relevant because somebody's like, well, you're not consistent. But then it's like, we're talking about this over here today, and you're bringing up this tweet that I made about something completely different from 6 fucking years ago. What does one have to do with the other? It doesn't. You're just reaching for shit. And it was really telling, because, you know, like, as the kids say these days, saying the quiet part out loud, this person made a tweet about the actress that I was talking about in Steven Universe, and she said, man, she really was a good actor. She had us believing she was a good person this whole time. And obviously people are like, really? Yeah. So, get this. So, you know, like I said, the post said, oh man, this actor, she was a really good actress. She convinced people she was a good person this whole time. And people were like, okay, that's a little bit disingenuous. She likes some of the stuff on Twitter you don't like, so she's a bad person. And a guy came in, and he said, he asked the obvious question. He said, are you really saying that this woman is a bad person because she doesn't believe the same things you do? And somebody in the comments said, yes. And there was, unironically, a bunch of people in the comments saying, yeah, because she doesn't think the way she does, she's a bad person. And normally, that's kind of how they act, but they don't really say that out loud. No, they just straight up said, yeah, she doesn't think the way I do, so she's a bad person. And it's just, it's super disingenuous, man. Because these people have this these people have this extreme all or nothing mentality. Where you're either with us or you're against us. Like a fucking Sith Lord. And that's not how politics work, dude. There's a lot of nuance to be had. And that's part of what pushed me out of the Democrats. I told you, for most of my young life, till I was in my mid-20s, man, I was a hardcore Democrat. If you ask me, I'm blue all the way. And then I changed, and I became more of a centrist. I wouldn't say I'm a Republican, because I'm not, but I became more of a centrist, because I can't really identify with the left anymore. And one of the reasons why is because the left became super extreme, and suddenly it became, if you're not the leftist left who ever left, then you're not welcome here. And it got to the point where if you go to the extreme left, you have full-on communist sympathizers. And I'm sorry, dude. I was a Democrat, but being a commie is not what I fucking signed up for. And there are literally people who straight up, like, there's a large portion of the Democratic Party right now. I'm not talking about, like, you know, like the, all of them, but there's a large vocal portion of the Democratic Party that says that if, you're not full-on for communism, you may as well be a fucking, Trumper. And alt-right. And like that, they're unironically, and that's what I'm saying, they're unironically feeling that way. So, the Democratic Party quickly became, okay, you're either the leftist left who ever left, or you might as well be all the way right. There's no place for moderacy, there's no place for diplomacy, there's no place for, well, I agree with most of what you're saying. But I disagree. No, it's you either agree with everything or fuck you. You're not welcome to the party. I'm like, okay, then fuck you. I'm leaving. And then it became, they went hardcore on the trans shit. And, you know what, I can even get behind most of the trans stuff, because I feel like if you like somebody, and you're friends with somebody, and they want to be addressed a certain way, then you're going to address them in a certain way. Ignoring everything else, if I'm cool with somebody and they say they want to be addressed a certain way, if I like that person, I'm going to address them that way, just out of a shine of respect for them. So, like Rhea, we had our disagreements, but I was referred to as her because I knew her. And we were cool, so I respected her. It didn't matter if I had issues with trans or whatever. And most people are like that. Even if they're not like hook, line, and sinker for trans, if they like somebody that they're friends with, they'll generally respect their pronouns. What the fuck ever. And ultimately, what you want to be called and what you want to do, that's like entirely your business. But as soon as they started saying that children should be on puberty blockers and HRT, I'm like, no, dude, I cannot fucking support this. You're advising fucking minors, a 12-year-old, 13-year-old boy, 13-year-old girl, to get fucking puberty blockers, which can do permanent damage to you. They try to spout this lie that, you know, it's not permanent. It does do permanent damage to you. They've shown even a few months can actually hurt you. And when you're a teenager, you're growing at such a rapid pace that a few months is 4 or 5 inches of growing. And interrupting that cycle really fucks up your body. Puberty is the most important time for a human being's development, where they become an adult. And it happens over such a rapid period. Just like, look at the 4 years between, say, 14 and 18, how much you grow. So when you throw a rock in that, you're not actually, it's not a pause button. They mention it like, you're just open pause and you can resume it anytime. Once you miss that fucking period, you missed it. So, like a bunch of the kids who were taking HRT, they wound up having arthritis and all these fucking issues because their bones weren't fully formed. because the period where you get most of your bone mass is during fucking puberty. So they're telling these kids that, oh no, it's consequence free. If at any point you could change your mind and decide to get off these, it'll be like it never happened. It's risk free. And they were telling their parents that too. Well, you know, there's no permanent consequences to doing this. There's a lot, actually. They had fucking dudes who were getting arthritis at 25 because their bones didn't get dense enough. So they have bone decay and they have like osteoporosis, like they were 60. Because their bones essentially stayed as brittle as they were when a kid, but their body got bigger. So their bones weren't strong enough to support their body. So now they have fucking arthritis and they're not even 30. And they've literally shown that, you know, even using it for a few months can do permanent damage. Obviously, it depends on how long you use it. You probably won't get much damage if you do it for a couple months. But yeah, you use it for a few years, you've totally fucked your growth spurt, and there's no do-overs. You get literally that one period. That's how humans are biologically wired. You have that one period where you have your growth spurt, where you have those couple years, and you don't get a do-over. You're not going to now go through puberty. So you've like permanently sabotaged your growth. Your like pituitary glands, your breasts, or your balls, or your ovaries. It's like an incredibly vital period, and it's like throwing a rock at your intended growth. It does damage. And so they're telling parents and they're telling the kids that, oh no, it's just like a pause button. And then cooked, as we would say, you're cooked, as the kids say. But they're telling parents that there's no downside, that it's just delaying puberty, and then if they get off them, they're going to get on puberty and it'll be like nothing ever happened. It's just a pause button. When no, they have shown that it dramatically fucks them. And then they take it even a step further, like say we could get behind HRT, what the fuck ever. Doing permanent fucking decisions like cutting off their breasts and letting a kid at 13 make that fucking decision. Okay, and like I've talked to my mother about this. I know I'm going to get canceled for saying this. But any little girl, say there was a little girl, she's 13, she goes to any fucking doctor in the United States, and she says, I would like to get my breasts enlarged. They would tell her, fuck off, you can't do that, you're an adult, come back when you're 18. But if that same little girl went to a doctor and said, I would like my breasts cut off permanently forever, they would fucking do it. And how is that a less fucking permanent surgery? We're letting minors do permanent elective surgeries on their bodies, and of course most of them are going to regret it. Teenagers are teenagers because they do stupid fucking shit. Did you make good decisions when you're 13? I know I fucking didn't. So and we got to the point where we're telling, instead of accepting people for who they are, we're telling them you may as well be a guy or a girl. Like, there's always been tomboys. My sister's a tomboy. She dressed more like a man. She, my sister is more of a tomboy. She played sports. She games. She would, wrestle with me. She didn't ever wear dresses or high-heel shoes or anything like that. And a large part of that was her coming to grips with who she was and not feeling bad for who she was because other girls made fun of her. Of course, they always do. Kids are always unkind to weird people. And a large movement in the 80s and the 90s was accepting you as they are because people give tomboys shit. And a big movement in the 80s and 90s was, like, if a girl wants to dress like a guy, just let her. So, like, that was a good message. We were telling little kids, you should love yourself the way you are. You don't need to change. You know, if you're a girl and you don't want to wear dresses, cool for you. And I totally agree with that. I would never tell my daughter, hey, you have to wear a dress because you're a girl. Hey, you have to do yada, yada, yada. I'd never do that. That's a good message. There's nothing wrong if you want to wear a fucking a blazer. Wear it. You know, if you want to wear hiking boots and a Carhartt jacket. You know what I mean? Cargo shorts, honey. There's nothing wrong with that. But now we started telling women, little girls, if you look like a guy, then you might as well just be a guy. Oh, you're a girl, and you like to have short hair? Well, you're basically just a... Like, we went fucking backwards. We went backwards, man. So, rather than telling this little girl who's more masculine, hey, you like to keep your hair short, you like to do guy hobbies, you like to go mudding, instead of telling that little girl that she's valid and she's just good just the way she is, we're telling her that she needs to get on fucking hormones and chop her tits off. And nobody can see how that's fucking destructive. And like I said, that was like the major skew that pushed me out of the fucking Democratic Party. I'm like, adults can do what they want to, man, but you're pushing this shit on children and it's fucking wrong. After you're 18, do whatever the fuck you want to do, but you pushing hormones and permanent surgeries on 13-year-old kids is fucked up, and I can't get behind it. I never will. And then saying, protect trans kids. There are no fucking trans kids. Okay? You don't know what the fuck you are when you're a teenager, when you're a kid, man. After you're 18, do whatever the fuck you want to do. But before you're an adult, fuck off. Like I said, you're 13, you can't drink, you can't drive, you can't get a job even a part-time job at 13, you can't gamble, you can't get a check. You can't do anything a fucking adult would do, but you can choose to get your tits chopped off. You know, and then like then they say these disingenuous shit like oh, it doesn't happen that often. Trans kids, there's not a lot of trans kids. Dude, I already showed you the statistics. In the last 10 years, we went from 5 trans clinics in America that dealt with kids to 500. Okay, so if it's not happening, if it's super rare, how the fuck do we go from 5 to 500 in 10 years? Because it's happening a lot. Now, hold on, I gotta pull my chair. So, you know, I was Democratic. But I was always kind of a moderate Democrat. I was never like full on, yeah, socialism. And then that used to be okay. It's like, okay, you're a moderate Democrat. Cool. And then it became, oh, you're not into communism? You're not into trans kids? Well, then you're not really a Democrat. And I said, okay, fine then. I'm going over here. In the middle. I'm not a Republican either. I don't like Trump. I don't like fucking J.D. Vance. I don't like any of that. But I just, you know. And then, like, they took it a step further. And they tried to pretend like gender doesn't fucking exist. For the rest of us. Like, we can't say woman now. How fucking dumb that is. Where literally, where it's like you ask them to define what is a woman. And they can't do it. We all know what a fucking woman is, dog. But, like, now you're so afraid to offend a couple of people, you can't even say the fucking word. Like, and they started saying birthing person. Like, what the fuck is that? I'm not gonna vote for somebody who can't even give you the definition of what a woman is. And people try to act like that's an exaggeration. That's a fucking real thing. Seriously, like you just pointed out, there's videos in our fucking Senate. Can you give me the definition of woman? And she just sits there, and literally can't for like 10 fucking minutes. He gives her the floor. So, and there are people who literally want us to pretend that because they think whatever about gender, that all of a sudden gender shouldn't exist for the rest of us. That 99% of women shouldn't be called women. Because 1% of women doesn't like it. That's literally the irony. These people are talking about inclusivity, inclusion, and then they're trying to exclude 99% of the fucking population. Like, fucking what? And like, they've just totally lost the fucking plot, man. It started to become shit. Oh my god. Am I gonna die? Yeah, I might die. Yeah. Fuck. Right there. I don't give a shit. They started to... I'm trying to find the way to put it. Started calling everyone a fucking Nazi, man. Like, the term of Nazi has just lost all fucking meaning now. Like, they use it so fucking liberally that literally Nazi now is just somebody I disagree with. And how exhausting it is to fucking talk to somebody like that. Or the fact that they are always calling everybody a fascist. And you know the hilarious part about it is, Alex? They're literally telling somebody, if you don't think the way I think, if you don't think the way I think you should think, if you don't think the way I think, if you don't think the way I should tell you to think, then you're wrong. That is like the most fascist fucking behavior. So they started, going hardcore for fucking communism. They started telling kids that they should have their tits chopped off and get on hormones. They stopped being able to define what a woman was. They started calling everyone who they didn't like a fucking Nazi. And then, on top of all that, they decided to be super censorship happy. And you know me, I hate censorship. Not that Republicans are that much better about censorship, by the way. Because they're not. Republicans will try to censor shit because it offends their Christianity. I'm anti-censorship from everybody. Doesn't matter who. I don't like anybody trying to control what I say. So... And we've seen how many times as like fucking Republicans, I don't like this because it's not Christian or whatever, and try to censorship. Like censorship is censorship, man. Ah, shit. Am I gonna die? Fuck. Well, maybe I can pull this clutch. Yeah, shit. I'm so rusty. I never give it to the name. And it just... It just started to get to the point where it just seemed like... I'm tired of the system. Honestly. Everyone says the other guy is the problem. Democrats come along and say Republicans are the cause of all your problems. We're gonna fix it. Republicans come along and say Democrats are the cause of all your problems. We're gonna fix it. And then nothing ever changes. Yeah, sorry. I know I went on a long-winded tangent, but we were talking about censorship and outfits and women in media, and that's where it came from, was the left. They're the ones that started getting upset about hot women in games. You don't see fucking... Say what you want to about Republicans, but you don't see Republicans bitching about hot women in games. It was the left. And on top of that, that's like one of the main things that pushed me out of the left. Fuck. That's one of the main things that pushed me out of the left. Was the censorship, which goes hand in hand with outfits, because it's a visual type of censorship. I don't think you should be looking at this. You know what I mean? It's the same thing, like saying that you shouldn't wear this outfit in a game is the same thing as telling you shouldn't say this thing in real life. It's trying to control what other people do. It's a form of censorship. So, it was the left that started the censorship, really, in games. And we started talking about it, and that's why I started having an issue. They wanted to police everything that everyone has said. I never give you the doing. I never give you the doing. And yeah, sorry, I'll look at your what you said in a second as soon as I can. Okay, yeah, I forgot you actually pause when you pause in this game. Oh no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Fuck me. Sorry, the fucking YouTube came and displayed the chat. What's up? Yep, love you, bye. Alright. Anyway, yeah, I know it seems like I was just trying to explain why I went on that tangent. It seemed unrelated, but it's not. It was the left that started censorship. And that censorship started out as censorship over what we say, and then it became censorship over what we could have in games. And that censorship is what pushed me out of the left, one of the main things. Being the moral police, the thought police, Big Brother. So we started talking about censorship in games, and it reminded me of that. Because they, like I said, it was the left that started it. Like if you're making a case for somebody's bad behavior. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm saying if we're having a discussion about something. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so here's what I meant to say, and I'll end it. I don't try to be super political. I had to get my mom's food. It started to be like Democrats and Republicans are both two sides of the same coin. And my problem was started to be with the coin, not the side of the coin. In a lot of ways, they're so much alike. Like, what is the difference, really, between a super conservative Republican telling you shouldn't look at a skimpy girl because it's not Christian, and a super lefty saying you shouldn't look at a skimpy girl because it objectifies women? It's the same thing. Censorship is censorship. And, like, if you look, they each do the same shit, just with a different flavor. I don't want anyone telling me how I should live my life. I don't want anyone trying to act morally fucking superior. And telling me this is how you should be living your life, and you're doing it wrong. I don't care what party they hail from, and they're both doing it. And their left is saying that Republicans are the cause of all the ills in the world. The right is saying that Democrats are the cause of all the ills in the world. And they're all saying over and over again, well, if you elect me, I'll fix all your problems. This guy over here, he's the cause of all your problems. And then the next guy comes up. Well, that guy over there, he's the cause of all your problems. I'll fix him. And yet, despite every fucking politician from every party telling you that the last guy was the cause of all the problems, they're going to fix it, nothing gets better. We've been circling the fucking drain for the last 25 fucking years. I'm eating egg roll. Trump shit on Obama for Iran. He's like, I wouldn't get us into a war. I'd pull us out. What does fucking Trump do? He immediately fucking sends us right back over there into fucking Iran, dude. They all say, well, it's the other's fault why the economy's fucked. And I'll fix the economy. And then the economy just keeps getting worse. So it doesn't matter who's in charge. The economy is just fucked. And nothing ever changes. And honestly, they've gotten to the point, dog, where they need each other. If the Democrats didn't have the Republicans, and if the Republicans didn't have the Democrats, what platform would they run on? That's what I'm saying. It's all part of the same fucking rigged system, man. Meanwhile, we're getting fucked, and they're getting rich. Do I think that the rich should pay taxes? Absolutely. Me and you get raked over the coals over fucking taxes. And yet Elon Musk is a trillionaire, and world's first trillionaire. He pays less taxes than you do. Than I do. So do I think that the rich should pay the same taxes everyone else does? Yes, that's only fair. The same percentages. I'm not even asking for them to pay more. Just pay the same fucking percentages we are. However, if you don't think that all these other fucking Democrats aren't doing the same shit, you're lying to yourself. You know, Trump, I don't like Trump, but Trump made a very good point. Hillary Clinton brought up Trump not paying taxes, and he's like, I'm doing the same thing you're doing. You're not paying taxes either. And she was just silent because he got her. They're all fucking doing it. So, while Nancy Pelosi is bitching about Elon Musk not paying taxes, she's not paying fucking taxes. We are. And they're sitting here, all these Democratic Republican, I'm sorry, all these Democratic dudes, right, are sitting there condemning the rich. They're all fucking millionaires. Shit. Yes, exactly. And guess what? The whole time he's saying eat the rich, he's living in a $3 million fucking mansion in the Malibu Hills, driving a fucking Tesla. You mean eat you, dog? They've caught him wearing like $11,000 sunglasses, dude. He spends more on his fucking Gucci shades than most common citizens in America make in a fucking year on one pair of sunglasses. But sure, let's talk about how bad the rich are. Seriously, people did the research and they found that his sunglasses were worth 11 grand. That's not me exaggerating. Oh, and let's not forget, his father is a billionaire in Turkey. His father was the head of a chairman of the board of a board in Turkey that was worth over $45 billion. So, we technically don't know how much money Hassan Piker's dad is worth. But considering the company was worth like $45 billion and he was the head of it, we know he's getting the lion's share of that fucking profits. His mother, Hassan Piker's mother, is a real estate baron. Shit. I never give me this idea because my fucking essence. Says fucking essence can reduce the and then his mother owns over 100 properties around the world. Rich properties. Okay? So, and then he starts YouTube. Oh, fuck. He starts YouTube. And guess what happens? When he immediately starts YouTube, his uncle, Chink, had the largest leftist political thing on YouTube. He still does. Young Turks. Okay? So immediately, as soon as this fucker started his YouTube career, he was put in front of an audience of millions of people. Do you know how many fucking people would give their left fucking nut to get that much exposure on YouTube. Yeah. So, to this day, it's still the largest leftist platform on YouTube, Young Turks. And he immediately put Hassan on a major segment. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He exploded, dude. Because that's exactly what I mean. He exploded because he basically had the biggest, like, shortcut imaginable. Young Turks, like I said, is the biggest leftist platform on the planet. And they've millions and millions of subscribers. Hold on, I don't even know how much they have. It's so many. But I'm saying, okay, dude, they literally make millions of views an episode. They get millions of views an episode on the Young Turks. And he put Hassan in a major role, a major news role in every episode for like a year until he made his own channel. Do you know the kind of exposure that gave Hassan? Literally, he started out his YouTube career in front of millions of people right off the fucking bat. Do you know how many people have to work and scrimp and save to get their name out there? Do you know how hard I've had to fucking work to try and build up a name for myself? And I didn't have the benefits of having a fucking multi-million channel thing putting me front and center. So, you have a guy. And then let's go over this real quickly. You have a guy who grew up to a billionaire dad and a millionaire mom who owned real estate, talking about the struggle and how he understands the struggle of the poor person. A guy who says eat the rich while living in a $3 million mansion and driving a fucking Tesla. A guy who talks about hardworking Americans when he hasn't done a day of hard work in his fucking life. And a guy who talks about treating people with kindness and compassion and then shocks his fucking dog because his dog won't sit in a tiny fucking mat in his room. That's why, okay? This is a great big Bernard dog, like this big. This dog is like this big, dude, like as long as my arms are right now around. It's a huge dog breed. And he wanted the dog to sit on stream, I guess because it was an accessory on stream, in a square like this fucking big. So the dog was uncomfortable. You would be uncomfortable if they forced you to sit in a little fucking corner. So he would shock the dog whenever the dog would get out of the corner. It wasn't the dog barking. It wasn't the dog misbehaving. Because I don't believe in shocking a dog. I don't believe in a shock collar at all. Okay? But maybe you could maybe justify it if the dog didn't behave, if the dog was violent, if the dog was out of control. Then you could say, well, as a last resort, he doesn't know what to do. But literally, he is shocking the fucking dog, not because the dog is bad behaved, but because the dog doesn't want to sit in a little fucking tiny square. And people have literally monitored this dog and found that he would have the dog sit in the square for over 4 hours at a time. What fucking dog do you know that would want to sit in one fucking spot for 4 hours without moving? And let's not forget. See, you see her eyes glowing when her feathering is maxed out, and you see the mark on her arm is way worse, and she has all these patterns on her chest. And here's the kicker. Hassan Piker is the most popular leftist in the world in terms of social media. He is the most popular leftist in the world in terms of social media, and he is the face of the left for Gen Z. When they think of the left, they think of Hassan Piker. Now, if that doesn't tell you how fucked the Democratic Party is, dude, I don't know what will. He's the face of the party. We're so fucked. Okay, finally, fuck me.
Forget me not.
It's, yeah.
True power in feathering isn't about possessing it. It's about understanding it.
I'm gonna let this guy kill me. Yeah, it's actually made by Hideo Kojima, in case you didn't know, Alex. There's two of them, and then I think there's a Game Boy game, but I'm not sure how related, but there's Zone of the Enders, and then Zone of the Enders Second Strike, I think? Or Second Runner. They're both made by Hideo Kojima. They're both directed by him. And they do look pretty cool. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, fuck. Okay. I lost like all my souls. Fuck me. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna start over. I fucked myself. Lost like all the XP that I should have used for leveling and made my life exponentially harder. Yeah, it's my bad. I wasn't fully paying attention. Plus, I'm still rusty. Like I said. I'm just gonna speed run this shit now. Plus, I'm gonna beat that boss now at the beginning. That'll give me an extra 5 levels right out of the gate. Before I was rusty, now I can do it.
Should you have like how? Should you have other? This is this temple. Thanks. Should you have? You are the afflicted. Begin most. You made from what? Now that for now.
You're not from. But now. I don't. If you tell her.
You're awake.
Oh, hey, Dustin's good to see you again, man.
Feathering with your skills. If you find anything that.
Hold on, let me check, make sure there's nothing. We have flies. I'm paranoid about them. Go to my drink. Okay. Kind of is getting ready to do the gym. Alright, let me do my OCD ritual real quick. God in heaven, what I say next is respect to the start of the prayer, and if I don't look at the camera, it's not you. God in heaven, by what you mean, God in heaven, only God in heaven, not go to sing over anyone else. God in heaven, Jesus, please, us more words and changes. Now I thought to be for right now, please, one, please forgive me, and deal with drink, please, and do this since deals, make it safe to drink, God in the parts of can consider our demand. Two, please, let me do this right for the next door, right now. Three, please, everything be okay. Four, please, everything be okay. God never please give me do-dum. God never please give me do-dum. Sorry, my anxiety's being a bitch. I've had a rough day today. God never please give me do-dum. God never please give me do-dum. God never please give me do-dum. God never please give me do-dum.
Most people have to be carried out of the Reverend Temple. You, though, you get to walk out on Xuanyang, some of the work. I am Tao. But don't want this place. I can some thieves from you can find once you've retrieved the paper.
Yeah, I heard that.
Find once you've retrieved the paper.
You mentioned that a little while ago. It's kind of lame. I agree. I'd have to defer to your judgment. So like I said before, I don't play a lot of these games. I didn't really play GT Online. They're probably just trying to gouge people one last time while they can. Before GTA 6 comes out. Just greed, really.
Well, look who's back. Feeling now, don't believe me, eh?
They've been basically getting money hand over fist from GTA 5 Online, and now they're worried
You know how it goes.
that train's coming to an end after 13 fucking years. So they're just trying to squeeze every little bit they can. Or maybe they, you know. Yeah.
By you. The belt pinwheel.
And then fuck, and then no. OCD. And then oh shit. Pull that one out of my ass. And you get 5 free level ups for doing that.
Now I get to play. Hello, lady. Are you the warrior that the old Taoist rescued and hidden? Did you? He's so. Don't worry.
I start over, so I'm skipping through.
Over here. Say it. I scouted the shoes. See the lights, and you will need to find if you encounter. Oh, and this bamboo, the fireflies. I've tested it since we got set with the refugee. I will track that. I'll leave marks.
Monster!
Most power. Here.
Hitting those birds actually lowers your demon meter. Ah, shit, I went in a circle, my bad. Fuck. Alright, man. And then we're gonna do right to the
Forget me not.
about understanding it.
Ah, so fucking lame. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break and I'll be back. Thank you for watching.